I only wanted to scare off the intruder, but suddenly, because the ringtone suddenly rang, and in my panic, I pulled the trigger. My wife rushed into the living room as the lights came on. I saw the stranger I had shot, blood streaming from his eyes. My hands were still trembling. When the police arrived, the sheriff confirmed that the intruder was a wanted criminal named Freddy. He told me it was self-defense and that I had nothing to worry about. To close the case, I needed to go to the police station and give a statement. Sitting in the back of the police car, I couldn't believe I had actually killed someone. When I got home, my wife and I collapsed on the floor, staring at the bloodstains on the wall. We didn't know what to do. Eventually, we started cleaning up. By morning, everyone in town had heard about what happened. The sheriff told me that Freddy would be buried the next day, but I couldn't help but wonder, did this man have a family? The sheriff said he had a father who was still serving time in prison, but here's the thing, that father was released today.
Shit don't fall far from the tree.
From that day on, I began to feel uneasy. I was worried about retaliation from this criminal's father. I replaced all the doors with heavy-duty locks, but after receiving a call from an unknown number, I became extremely anxious. There was no sound on the other end. I was certain it was the dead man's father. Out of fear, I didn't sleep that night and sat in the living room on high alert the entire time. The next morning, I decided to go to the cemetery to see Freddy's grave, but when I was sitting in my car, an old man suddenly appeared at the window.
Quiet and peaceful, isn't it? Come to watch the shit go in the hole.
I knew he was Freddy's father, just released from prison. What he said next terrified me even more.
Oh, that was a nice picture of your family in the paper. Your boy. He looks a whole lot like you, doesn't he?
I immediately drove to my son's school to pick him up, then went straight to find the sheriff and begged him to arrest that man. But the sheriff said there was no evidence and that there was nothing he could do.
He wants my son.
He's probably just trying to scare you. Don't let him.
After leaving the police station, I took my wife and son back home. But the moment we reached the front door, I discovered that our lock had been forced open.
Get back in the car.
What?
The lock's busted.
Oh my God.
I panicked and told my wife to take our son to the police station. I grabbed some tools from the trunk and went inside to check the house. At first, I didn't see anyone, but when I walked into my son's bedroom, I found a bullet on the floor. I looked up and saw a stuffed animal with one eye gouged out, then another bullet, and another. The police arrived quickly. Now we had evidence. They assigned officers to protect us discreetly and stationed a police officer inside the house. But I still couldn't sleep. I went downstairs for some milk, and when I returned to the bedroom, Freddy's father was standing right beside my son's bed. I heard a strange noise and rushed downstairs to investigate. The attic entrance was open.
Kevin?
He's in the fucking house! He's in the goddamn house!
Jordan!
Move! Go! Go!
I threw all my weight against my son's bedroom door. The old man had already escaped through the window, but because of the heavy rain, the police couldn't find any trace of him when they searched outside. The next morning, the sheriff called me and said they had caught the old man and were about to send him to prison. I finally felt relieved, thinking the danger had passed. I headed to the police station in high spirits, but after finishing my statement, I noticed a wanted poster on the wall. When I saw Freddy's name, I walked closer to get a better look. To my shock, this Freddy was not the man I had killed that night. I showed the poster to